Hello and welcome back to KD's Business Tips. Glad to be with you. Michael Lapide here talking about some important notes on vehicle ownership for business owners. Now, it's extremely important to note that there is a difference between owning it personally and owning it in the business. If you own it personally, that means you bought it personally. If the business owned it, that's the business that owned it. Now, that is evidenced by a bill of sale and a registration. So the bill of sale and the registration must be in the owner's name, whether that's the company or you personally. Now, if you owned it personally originally, you could always sell it to the company, of course, and the company can pay you for that vehicle. So it's always important to make sure you have proper documentation and make sure the bill of sale and registration match, because if they don't, you could run into problems with the CRA. Now, another thing you need to look at is the insurance. Because if you're owning the vehicle in the business, being used exclusively for the business, then you want to make sure you have proper business insurance on the vehicle, or you could also run into problems with insurance as well. Now, remember that if you are going to sell your vehicle, your personal vehicle, a truck, whatever it is, into the business, because you are not at arm's length, you must sell that at fair market value. Document that fair market value. Get things like Kijiji printouts or wherever you want to go, AutoTrader and so forth, as to what that vehicle is selling for right now at the time that you sell it, so you have backup evidence of what the fair market value of your vehicle was when you sold it to your company. Now, if you're buying it third party from somewhere else, then it's arm's length and you can be any value, whatever value is determined at. But if you're doing it with yourself or with your own company to company and you are in control of these things, then you got to make sure it's at fair market value. Extremely important, okay? Now, leased vehicles, understand that that's also important. If the company owns the leased vehicle, it doesn't really own it. People say, well, I own the leased vehicle. No, the leasing company owns it, and you are leasing it, which is like renting it. Now, you may buy it out at the end, and you may buy it at the end. There's a buyout price. But remember, that is a rental expense. And the lease is under the company. The ownership is under the leasing company, and you will be co-registered on that. And, of course, it'll be under your insurance. But the insurance payout first goes to the leasing company that actually owns the vehicle. So very important notes on vehicle ownership. If you have any questions, we'd love to hear from you. Thanks for being a part of KD's Business Tips, and we'll see you in the next video.